Check this out. I mean, it's getting bad by the second. I just left the brake shop. They said I can't be seen today. They got like 9 brake jobs. I'm scheduled to come in at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Boy, does that ever sound nasty. I think the main issue is that the fact over the course of the last 3 weeks, when I was doing all that cleaning in that one spot, carrying between 10 and 17 bags every single night, Saturday and Sunday night, I think that might have been part of the issue, because this vehicle was so loaded down with weight that it wore out the front brakes, you know? It's almost like my vehicle needs to be a commercial vehicle when it comes to picking up the garbage. You know what I mean? It's like my vehicle needs air brakes to withstand the load, the heavy load that I pick up. Because this is no joke. Golden idea at the moment is to hit the brakes as less as possible. Because technically from my experiences over the course of the last 12 hours, basically, let's not say 12, let's say 17, is that I basically have no brakes on the front. What a lovely sound. Just kidding. You know, I really don't feel like doing this today. I don't know about you, but I cannot stand getting brakes. It's like paying for a doctor bill or something like that. It just gets you back to square zero, you know? I should be out looking at stuff like this. Instead, I'm gonna be stuck in this place for what, 5 hours? I don't know, I gotta get there first. As safely and smoothly as possible. But you know what, when it comes to getting brakes, guys, I mean, it seems like it's such a waste. I mean, it doesn't get you anywhere. It just helps you get there safer, that's it. I'm not gonna say technically getting brakes is not really a waste of money. It's just that dang preventive maintenance, you know? Typical maintenance on the vehicle. I mean, it seems like everything else that has to do with getting the vehicle going places, that's what truly matters. You know? I mean, that's more enjoyable. All these things do is just help you stop, and that's it. They stop the process of you getting someplace. I still have 30 minutes. I had to take my precious time just because I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get up here. Plus, I had to drive as safely as humanly possible due to the issue with the front brakes. I guarantee that lobby is jam-packed on the inside. There's cars all lined up in this place. But you know, I'm on schedule for 11 o'clock, which means, like I told you, when it comes to situations like this, that's just the schedule for you to come back. You know, that's it. The scheduled time for you to be here, the reservation, means nothing when it comes to situations like this. That's just to lock you in as a customer, you know, to get you back here. That's all that is. It means nothing else. They will never get started at 11 o'clock. Let me go ahead and see what they have to say if I come in here like 20 minutes early. Are they going to get started at 11 o'clock? Or are they going to get started at 1:30 or 2 o'clock? Well, they said they had a couple of technicians that weren't working today. They only had one that was really doing brakes. All that kind of stuff. They had 2 vehicles before mine. Won't be able to get started on it for another 2 to 3 hours, they said. So we're looking at about 1:30, 2 o'clock before they get started on that thing. But they close at 5, so I got till 5 to get back. Which means what? I got to be extremely careful how far I go out here. Well, I'm headed back to get the vehicle. And then I'm headed straight home. Well, they just called. Just to let me know that they don't have the time to get to my vehicle today. Because the vehicle in front of mine that they were working on, it turned out to be a much bigger ordeal. Time to go to the auto parts store. Shell out about $80. But shelling out $80 is a lot better than shelling out $450. And then some. Completely undrivable. Let's hope I make it to the auto parts store and then home. Here we go, about to get on 85 South. I know it's a bad decision because I saw the traffic report. It's almost like it's nothing but orange and red all the way down. But this is the route I have to take, or else I'll be stuck on the side roads hitting every single red light, which we do not need to be hitting the brakes. We're going to be stuck hitting the brakes up and down 85. Look what kind of sunset we're in for tonight. Go, nothing but a sea of brake lights. I went ahead and got the rotors also, so I'll be replacing the rotors on the front along with the most important brake pads. Got to get home first and start working on that thing. It has not been the best weekend. This isn't fair. I mean, this should not take more than an hour. I don't know what to do now. I mean, it's undrivable. I had to get this done today. Welcome to my life. And I try to screw it back on. Welcome to my life. There goes $83. I bet this is going to be impossible for me to do. I mean, it's easier for everybody else. But anytime I try to do something, it's nearly impossible. I always end up breaking something that cannot be broken. Why do they do this to me, though? I mean, all the YouTube videos that I saw, all you gotta do is just unscrew a couple of bolts. That's it. And watch it take me the entire night just to take this thing apart. And I doubt the brake pad's gonna be even able to come off. And not to mention that, look, the rotor's no good at all. Good thing I got the new ones. I mean, this is supposed to be something that you cannot screw up. Even when I know what I'm doing. Something's bound to screw up. Well, at least I did something right. Got the main caliper off. Check this out. Crap. Man, you guys crazy. I gotta grease this thing up really good though. I mean, look at that, metal on metal. Man, I guess the caliper was sticking. What do I get myself into? Driving up and down them heavenly hills. It seems like no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to end up spending the same amount I would have if I got this thing professionally done. Because of that thing right there. And then I had to go back to the auto parts store last night to get a couple more things. As soon as I kept watching more YouTube videos. What a mess. Guess what? That thing came right off with no problem at all. Talk about Da Vinci style. About dang time I was able to replace some brakes. Again, you know, I'm a secret mechanic. It's just been a while. Yeah, man. Gotta do some cleanup though. Got all my supplies ready to go. Get this thing done right. Get back on the road, kind of. Maybe I'll drive somewhere up the road to see if I can get another stud, you know? Not fair. First I gotta Google how do you replace these things in the first place? Which means what? If I do this myself, I'm gonna have to take this thing apart all over again, man. Crap. No wonder it costs $83 to replace them things. Because they gotta do all this. But this took less than 7 minutes. Heck yeah, moving along. Check it out. Even the grease is my color. Let's hope the brake pads go on as easy as they say they should, or that they do for everybody else. You know, things are not easy for us. Let me go ahead and do this thing. I don't know if I can do this thing one-handed. Now for the hard part. I can't stand doing this part because you gotta time it just perfectly. Almost done. No, I'm not gonna show you in an instructional video. There's already like 55 of these things on YouTube. I'm just letting you see what I do when it comes to this kind of thing. Dang. I can never judge my own strength when it comes to this kind of thing, but I think the broken stud is just a result that this is just the leftover ones from a long time ago. When they try to make them out of cheaper materials, you know, cheaper kind of metal, like aluminum and cast iron or something like that. I think these are just the leftover ones. You guys are idiots, man. You need to stop designing things cheaper, you know? Safety's first. Time to pump the brakes. Heck yeah. 99% complete. Time to clean this mess up. I knew I could do it though. Did I ever? And we got that bolt on there too. Nice and snug. It took a little bit of time. No, I didn't want to rip off another stud, you know? Just like this one. First thing I ever did is rip off a stud. now I got to do the right side. Man, this is crazy. What a mess. Metal to metal. Well, I got one loose. Now it's time for the top one. Human strength is a wonderful thing, I tell you what. But I'd hate to break it down for you. Machine strength is even better. I had to open up the hood because I had to open up the brake fluid reservoir. So when I push the piston back in, I can keep track of the brake fluid level to see if I was going to have to bleed it out. I bet you didn't think I knew that. Of course I do. Ooh, all the way down to the floor. 1, 2, 3. All right, more snug. Not down to the floor. Just got to give it time, because everything takes time. See you later.